Jin, the main character, undergoes an unusual transformation. Every day, he wakes up in a different body. Sometimes he is a boy, sometimes a girl, sometimes young, sometimes old, and even a foreigner who speaks different languages without learning them. His identity constantly changes, making it impossible to lead a normal life. To cope with his condition, Jin becomes a furniture designer, working online to avoid in-person interactions. Only his mother and best friend, Sang, know his secret. Despite his struggles, Sang remains by his side, and they even start a furniture company together called ALX. One day, Jin meets Sue, a worker at a furniture store, and falls in love with her. Since his appearance keeps changing, he visits her daily as different customers, eventually gathering the courage to ask her out. When Sue agrees, Jin tries to stay awake for days to maintain his handsome form. However, he eventually falls asleep on a bus and wakes up as an old man, realizing he can no longer meet her in his current form. Jin finally decides to reveal the truth to Sue. At first, she is shocked and leaves, unable to believe his story. However, she keeps thinking about him and later returns to confirm everything. She asks to see him change with her own eyes. When she realizes he is telling the truth, she is deeply conflicted. Despite loving Jin, Sue struggles to accept his changing identity. She develops stress and depression, leading her to take medication. Jin, upon discovering that Sue is suffering because of him, decides to leave her, just like his father, who had the same condition and disappeared to protect his loved ones. After months of separation, Sue comes across Jin's furniture designs online and realizes she still loves him. She travels to find him, and when she does, she begs him to be together again. Jin warns her about the difficulties, but she insists that life without him is worse. Finally, she proposes to him, and Jin gives her the wedding ring he had made. In the end, despite all obstacles, love wins, and they choose to stay together, accepting Jin's unique reality.